today. From NRG Stadium in Houston, Texas, it's Week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports.
2 1-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. This one taken just inside the 10. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10.
The reigning league MVP Lamar Jackson trotting onto the field and leading the way now in his 3rd season in the National Football League as this Baltimore offense gets set to go.
There's a lot of good to watch in the game last week, wasn't there? I mean, he did throw 2 touchdown passes. That was impressive. And he's so close, isn't he? The 3 interceptions killed him and his team. That was costly. But if he just cleans that up a little bit, there's a reason for optimism with this team and this passer.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
A gain of 16 yards.
16 yards, a 1st down.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground and how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
This pass complete. Jackson finding Andrews. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 32-yard line. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. They'll run here with Ingram. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks. You're this close. Sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
And that'll be caught. Touchdown Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown.
Complete to
Marquise Brown. His 1st touchdown of the new season. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Well, that's how they envisioned it. Get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. And the Ravens lead at 7-0.
Is good.
A drive that time of 6 plays. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Kickoff for Baltimore.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Out now comes 2-time Pro Bowler Deshaun Watson in his 4th year now in the league as he gets set to operate this Houston Texans offense. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Ball carrier.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40.
We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up. Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On 2nd and 11 now. Watson, throw complete right side to Cooks. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
Derek Wolfe there
on the tackle.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Again, the ball
and not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line.
A gain of a yard.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
From the gun on 3rd, Watson. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he is going to have a Texans first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
1st and 10.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
A first down carry here for Johnson. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
He'll buy some time right. He'll run it. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try the air now with Watson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. But now it's 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Check 48's the mic. Check 48's the mic.
Now it's Watson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Snags it for the pick, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Over 1st and 10.
They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Now a man who played high school ball here in LaGrange, Texas, J.K. Dobbins. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6.
That is on the 6-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson over the middle, complete. It's Andrews. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Baltimore.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Andrews. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
First down.
Good catch there by Mark Andrews, who was Lamar Jackson's favorite target last year. They came in the same draft class and quickly got in sync with each other. Andrews led the team in receptions with 64 last year for 852 yards en route to his first Pro Bowl.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, this crowd does not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty's going against. But you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
Jackson going to give to Ingram on the option. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
2nd and 6.
And now he'll tuck it and run. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down.
Brennan Scarlett.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Nothing.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. And that will be incomplete.
Jackson's pass, intended for Willie Snead, incomplete.
That's a good job there, creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3.
24-yard attempt.
And Tucker, the former Longhorn, puts this one through. And the lead moves to 10-zip.
Ravens 10.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Deshaun Watson of the Texans offense trot back out there. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense. If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. On 2nd and 7, Watson. He finds Randall Cobb on the completion. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one, a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Watson on 1st down, sliding out of the pocket. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. To throw again, Watson. Screen play, Johnson. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
To the air yet again, Watson. This is caught, it's Cooks. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. First down Texans, Watson hooking up with Cooks.
48 the money.
And they'll run with a former All-Pro. This is David Johnson. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he's going to be down close to a first down at the Ravens 21. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Good carry and pickup for a first down there by David Johnson, and he has a chance to fill a lot of voids for this Houston Texans team. They lost their 1,000-yard rusher from last year. Carlos Hyde went to Seattle. But back in 2016, David Johnson led the NFL in all-purpose yards with the Arizona Cardinals. The Texans will be happy to see that guy all year long.
It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And that's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On 2nd down and 4, Watson. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets him 9 yards and a first. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
48 the money. 54.
Back to throw, Watson. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
And it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line.
Intercepted by the Ravens.
I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
And this is off the left upright. And it comes back. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Derek Wolfe popping in for the sack. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result?
Sack.
Quarterback gets hit.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Watson going to throw right side here. Complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
39-yard line.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
They'll run on first down. It's Johnson, and he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
David Johnson, the ball.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
First down. First and 10.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
All day. 48 Mike. 48 Mike. I'm coming.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15.
Johnson, the ball carrier.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now.
We got three, fellas. We got 3. Hey, alert 48. Look, hey, we're going to mic the 48 right now. Let's go. I'm scared.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition.
And he's going to go down, sacked right around the 17. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Watson going to stay out there as they'll go for it on 4th.
Hey, alert. Mic the 48 right now. Let's go. Here we go. 54. Slam.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. That is caught at the 7. And the Texans are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Texans have cut it to within a score. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. And a lot of football, full half to be played. Taken in the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. A reminder, still some good games coming up here in Week 2 of the NFL. Later tonight, a rematch from that Super Bowl a few years back. New England visits Seattle up in the Northwest. And then on Monday night, will be there. The first regular season NFL game ever played in the state of Nevada. The New Orleans Saints and the Las Vegas Raiders from Allegiant Stadium. That should be something. It's caught by Mark Ingram. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, it's Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. 2nd down at 6 now from the 42. Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. And some room to maneuver. And they will finally get him to the ground at the Texans' 7-yard line. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. So we've hit halftime. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing, because to be ahead of a defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Here we go. Hey, alert 48. Alert. Hey, we're going to mic the 48 right now. Let's go. Yeah. We don't want none.
From the gun, here's Watson, eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it and past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down.
Normally we're talking about a quarterback duel where they're matching each other pass for pass. How about the footwork in this one? Both of these guys running the ball well.
Yeah, they've mixed in the run game. You're exactly right. Now, both coaches might not like how much their quarterbacks have taken off, but another example right there of just good mobility. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Tackle made at his 48-yard
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Watson gets one into the hands of Cobb. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
24. Hey, we're going to mic the 48 right now. Let's go. Come to my world. We want it. Come to my world. 48. 48's the mic.
To throw is Watson from the gun on 3rd down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. It appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half, still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
They're going for it. It's Watson, and he's going to go down. Back across midfield, he's sacked at the 46. Like a freight train off the edge, Calais Campbell with a sack. Well, they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the second half.
And I get it. In this situation, if you want to be aggressive out near midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call. But how about the guys that just stopped them? How good do they feel right now? Hey, you want to go for it here? We shut you down. They're over on the bench right now feeling great.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. We become so accustomed to it, you sort of take it for granted.
You really do, but he is so good that every team in his division every year is trying to make sure they draft people charged with trying to block J.J. Watt. So far, hasn't been too successful. Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Jackson to Andrews on that one. 1st down, Baltimore.
Ravens.
Option play, and they'll hand to Dobbins. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
At the line of scrimmage.
And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Ingram. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 12 yards the pickup there, good for a Raven 1st. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Two yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. From the gun, Jackson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
Complete.
Miles Boykin, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Tucker with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Texans back out there and ready to go. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
Check. Hey, 54. Mike 48. Mike 48. I got you. I got you. 9.
And movement here by one of the Texans up front. In comes the flag.
Offense.
Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
A false start backs him up 5. First and 15.
Go. 48. 48's the mic. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. Check. 48's the mic. Check. 48's the mic. Come up the ball hard. 48. 48's mic.
Watson. Flushed out right. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And the ball ends up out of bounds, so it'll be a loss on the play. Offensively, they're just not playing a very clean football game right now. This deficit, there's a fumble. Good news for them, at least. That went out of bounds.
You're exactly right, and as they breathe a sigh of relief, you know they're looking at the scoreboard, thinking to themselves, if we turn it over there, things could really get rough for us trying to make a comeback in this game.
Throwing on second and long. Watson. It's caught left side by Cooks. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Again, it's Watson. And that is incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
48. 48's the mic. I got it. Check. 48's the mic. Check. 48's the mic. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. In the car. 48's mic. 48's mic. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. Mike 48. Mike 48. Get your swerve on.
They are going for it. Here's Watson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Running from the gun, Johnson. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
Johnson, the ball carrier.
And quickly, they get to the line.
On the stop. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6. At the Ravens' 43-yard
to throw on 2nd and 6. Watson, and he'll find Akins there, complete.
Another Houston Texan.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Hey, we got to snap it. We got to snap it. Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
On 1st down, Johnson. And a short gain down to about the 33.
On the carry.
Pernell McPhee in there on the stop.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Watson. And he whips that one incomplete there. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
58, boys, 58, 58, Mike.
Throwing on third down, Watson. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 18. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
15-yard line.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
From the red zone now, Watson escaping the pressure right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
On the keeper. Intended for Kahale Waring.
Second and 10. Thanks for tagging along with us here from Houston, Texas. Throwing again is Watson. Flush to his right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Watson now to throw on third down. Wide open receiver complete. And the Texans are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Back now in Houston, it's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the fourth quarter. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run it with Johnson. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Texans draw a bit closer. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up. Meaning, when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. And each guy has his own assignment that allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Ross Blacklock on the tackle. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Operating from the gun, Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews.
Jackson's pass. Complete.
Well, I'm sure he likes his performance a little bit better than last week. He had the 3 interceptions here, none in the fourth quarter, and he's got his guys in front.
Guaranteed he put in a tremendous amount of work this week, but maybe the matchup is just better for him. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. It's almost like those golfers. Certain courses fit their eye, and they like what they see, and other courses, as soon as they tee it up, they know they have no shot. Maybe that's the difference for him. Last week, no. This week, a big yes.
An option run with Ingram. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Here's Jackson. Caught by Snead over the middle. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 35. 12 yards the pickup there. Good for a Raven first. Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
He's tackled at
8 yards to go on 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
From the gun, Jackson. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. Over the middle, complete. That's Ingram. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 15-yard line. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on third.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on third down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. This will be caught just inside the 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A gain of 6 there on first. You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
And we've seen both of those talents on display here today. We just saw another completed pass. And everyone knew coming out of college he could run the ball. But for some reason, we didn't analyze it throwing the way we should have. I think every time he completes a pass, he says to himself, take that, evaluators. You guys really missed the boat on me.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down.
Leads to second and goal at the 4-yard line.
This time, Jackson will throw it. His pass caught at the 4. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. From 4 yards out, and the Ravens will extend their lead.
Extra point.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that drive, 12 plays in length, and it's capped off by the Baltimore score. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Now the return. Here comes Randall Cobb. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
And here comes the Texans now. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, you know, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
46. 48 Mike. Let's go deep.
On first and 10, Watson eluding the pressure right. Lets it fly deep for Cobb. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Slam. 10 points down. He's coming.
On second and 10, Watson. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Rolling to his right. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Derek Wolfe able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Check 48. Check 48 to Mike.
Here we go on fourth. Watson. And no, it's incomplete. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on fourth. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on fourth.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. On 2nd and 12, Jackson. And that's incomplete. How good has he been throwing the football, though? And despite that incompletion, that's just the 3rd time he's been off target this entire game.
And, Brandon, I've been on the other side of this equation, trying to defend a guy who's been this hot, and it chips away at your confidence. And when you're not confident when you're trying to defend, it makes you slower to the football, and it leads to more completions for them.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You just go ahead and play. This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you say, you don't want to get in the end zone too early here.
No, not at all, because you may leave an opening that could come back and get you.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 3rd and goal here as they try to finish off their victory. They'll look to run with Edwards. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
Touchdown, Baltimore.
Punching it in from a yard away as the Ravens push further out in front.
Things are rocking easy here in the 4th quarter. They've got to feel pretty good about this one. Actually, they've got to feel excellent. Tough loss in the opener. No way they wanted to go 0-2.
I don't want to read too much into it, but psychologically, is there something much bigger about 0-2 than 0-1?
Oh, without a doubt, and here's the biggest one. Guys like you and me, all the media, are going to talk about, well, you know how hard it is to make the playoffs when you start 0-2, and that starts to work its way through a team.
And now they're working towards 1-1.
Face mask. Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They'll roll him out right. He's going to take off with it. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson, he's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds a defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
He'll buy some time right. He may try and run for this. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a 1st down. With nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
Rip left, rip left. Mike 48, Mike 48. All right, here we go. Let's go, D, let's go.
Now a 1st down throw, Watson. It's wearing the tight end with it.
That's good.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Out of the gun, Watson sliding out of the pocket, and he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
2nd and 10 now from the 27.
48, Mike. 48.
Throwing again. Watson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it.
4th down.
Put the boys down, he's coming. Check 48's the mic. Check 48's the mic. I'm coming. I'm coming.
Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for Baltimore, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll return home next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for Houston, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.